Next Sunday's Mother's Day, and it just might be the one day of the year where Mom lets us put her first. But what can you get her for Mother's Day that's guaranteed to make her smile? You guessed it, a smile, a new smile. Here to make our moms merry is dentist Steve Marsh. Thanks for joining us, Steve.
You're welcome, Armin.
So, Steve, why do so many moms wait so long to spruce up their smile?
It's an interesting question. You know, moms are used to taking care of. You have mom, my mom's deceased, but they were always there for us and always taking care of us. And sometimes they don't want to do it on themselves, you know. Interestingly, last week, a mother came to me. She's 75 years old. Her daughter has been a patient of mine for years. She and her husband, he's a minister, live an hour and a half away. She said, "Mom, your teeth are falling apart. All these years you've been taking care of us. Now it's your turn." And I have to tell you, she's had a real struggle with it. And her husband was insistent. And we sat down together to talk about it. And ultimately, I said to her, if you've had a roof repair or your windows need a replacement, you do that. Why wouldn't you do it for your mouth? And you know, we take it with us everywhere we go. And finally, with the help of her husband, we were able to start treatment.
So you have some examples of mom makeovers, if you will. Let's start with the mother of the bride.
All right. So I thought we ought to focus on mothers for Mother's Day. This is actually not the mother of the bride, but another patient. It's interesting. This is one where this woman's granddaughter said, "Grandma, your teeth are so uneven and they look so dark." She had a lot of stains. She drank a lot of coffee, that sort of thing. It happened that patients of mine were friends of hers, and so she started asking around, what do we do? And so she came in and we talked together, and she really told me that she had raised two daughters who were fine, and it was her grandkids that really got her to come in to see us.
Great. Do you have another one?
Yeah, and this is another woman, very spiritual, Armin, very active in her church. Same sort of thing. She's raised her kids in her 70s, was very careful. What happened was, what brought her in was not her family, but she had actually broken a tooth, and she had wore a lower partial. In the old days, they were metal and they had hooks on them. And there's her picture, her before and after. So she came in with literally a broken tooth, with an old partial. Those are the kind we used to use. You can see those hooks. Those are called clasps. They also wear the teeth. And one of the teeth broke that held it. So today we have these Flexite type partials. There's no metal involved. She also wasn't happy with the color of her lower teeth. So we did some reshaping, did some veneers in front and the new partial so that everything looked brighter and warmer. Yeah, and she felt very proud of that.
And we have another one up there.
Yeah, and this is sort of an extreme case. And again, somebody who devoted herself to raising a family, taking care of her kids, put the money into the kids' braces while her own teeth had moved quite a bit. You can see how the alignment wasn't good. So we did it over a period of time where we did the upper front teeth, reshaped them with porcelain veneers. On the lower, we just did some reshaping and some whitening. But what was really important was this is somebody who said it's been life-changing for her. She wrote us a note about how now people look at her differently. She's confident, and she said she hadn't bought lipstick, Armin, in 30 years. So she finally was proud of her. Now, you alluded to the mother of the bride earlier.
Is this the mother of the bride?
This is the mother of the bride.
All right, I was ahead of myself.
But she was somebody who had what's called tetracycline stain. Armin, when we were kids, there were some people who, when their mothers were pregnant, they took an antibiotic, tetracycline, or when their teeth were developing. It left it with that gray color. She's walked around like that. Now her daughter was getting married, and she said, well, my daughter said I should do something with my teeth.
This is quite a difference.
Quite a difference. And she said, I've suffered with these dark teeth my whole life. So again, we did some gum contouring, did porcelain veneers and whitening. But again, as you alluded, it's time for the mothers in the audience to take care of themselves. And it's my honor to my mother and to your mother that we, I think, focused on this today as well.
Thank you, Doctor. Appreciate that.
And they were both teachers, by the way.
Very good. There's something in a mother's DNA that makes her reluctant to do things for herself. It's just there. It often takes a special event like a wedding or a new grandchild that motivates mom to get a makeover. But you can help. Why not help her out and get her a new smile for Mother's Day? For more information, give Steve a call. His number's up next.
See what Dr. Stephen Marsh can do for your smile by calling 440-461-1003 or visit www.clevelandsmiles.com. Next, don't get soaked when you retool your tub.